Good morning and welcome to Friday Live and Mail Call. And like almost always, we are live from all right. And also with me today is my number one sidekick. And of course, he is from the great state of. I always have a hard time finding these because they're never in the right order. Why would that not be? Why is it not like that? Oh, here it is. There he is.
Good morning, all.
How you doing today, Paul?
Anybody, well, other than being on my cell phone instead of my computer, I'm doing okay. So I can't see anybody's comments. So if you're sending something to me, Steve will have to let me know.
Yep, and I try to put the pertinent ones up there on the screen like that. All right. And of course, with us, as always, from our left coast, and it is
yes,
hey, Lynn.
Good morning.
What a wonderful song.
Steve, since you didn't do Workbench Wednesday, did you have trouble remembering this was Friday? I noticed you kind of stumbled at the beginning there, introducing the show.
No, I knew it was trying to find, you know, how you go into File Explorer and they got them all up there. Well, you know, you're not listed as Lynn on the file. It's HDMMC, so it's not where I think it is. All right, same thing with John and his Tennessee, and so I was. My delay was because I had to bring up File Explorer. I didn't have it already preset. So anyway, and
yeah,
but you know, and the number one person that came in, you know, you would think you go one spot for, but you have to go another spot for. All right, and that's Andy, who's number one, but he's listed, the files listed as Hot Dog Pilot Andy, which, you know, that's true too.
Fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle, let my spirit carry me. I want to fly like an eagle.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Next song.
That always makes me.
Go ahead.
That always makes me hungry every time you play that.
It does look
Oh, I know. I
see the hot dog.
Style. Not just a hot dog; it's a Chicago style hot dog. All right, and which is what I and crave constantly.
We'll be in Chicago.
It's very hard to get a good Chicago style hot dog outside of Chicago. So there are some cities now where Portillo's has opened, such as in outside of Tampa and Brandon, and or down in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. There's a couple. I think there's some in a few other cities, but other than that, it's hard to get one outside of the Chicago land area. But anyway, the number 2 bad influencer is with us today. Hey, Dave.
My silent partner at being a bad influence.
Yes, Dave is my silent partner because he is always silent. Good morning, Dave. And, you know, every day is a celebration with our next in line. And everybody should know who that already is. Where's it at? Where's that? God, this is another one I have a hard time finding. Oh, there it is, right there. Jeez, that should not have been hard to find.
Say it's your birthday. It's my birthday too, yeah. Say it's your birthday. We're gonna have a good.
All right, and next.
Happy birthday, John.
Happy birthday, John. And next in line is Greg.
On that Great Northern Railroad, I live, laugh, and grow old, and I left my dreams behind. Perhaps on account of me, my kids won't ever have to see life on that Great Northern Railroad.
Yeah. And although he was on time today, you know, we all love this one the best.
I'm late for a very important date. No time to say hello, goodbye. I'm late. No. I'm overdue. I'm really in a stew. No time to say goodbye. Hello, I'm late.
Good morning, Joe. How are you doing this morning, buddy? And I don't have one for Gus. Gus, I'm sorry. I got to add you to the list. I got to save some to do for this next Christmas show, of course. And next in line was our where'd he go? There he is.
The magic dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu.
All right. Good morning, Rayron. And next in line is another one that I think is good.
Come to Canada, it's a Maple Leafs Day. Oh, Canada.
Lloyd, if we ever meet, I hope you don't look like. Well, I hope your profession isn't or wasn't being a barber. And James, yours is courtesy of Floyd. That's a matter of fact.
What?
All right. And, scrolling down through the list. Next on our hit list, so to speak, is
Remember steam puffing,
Rapido.
fire-breathing, awesome 10-wheel locomotives, and the conductor's watch looked as big as one of my grandmother's biscuits. Yes, I remember you, Carolina, grand old lady of the South. I remember you as home.
All right. And everybody's favorite grandpa.
Pa, tell me about the good old days. Sometimes it feels like this world's gone crazy.
All right. That picture's from when I had the honor of going down to visit JD. And of course, the next one always gets me a strike with YouTube. But what the hell? I'm not monetized, so I don't care. And
Yep, and it's just around the corner, Oktoberfest.
And I'm sure the email from YouTube is hitting my inbox shortly. All right, now, no, what they demonetize is what they do, and it's not really a strike. They just say it gives me it's not called a strike. It's called something else, and it does not. It means that video won't go towards monetization and view hours and all that kind of stuff. So I don't care. I've never been one to care about monetization. So now I did on purpose miss one because I normally wait until they're in the house before I do it. And but since he's here and with us and so forth, he's another one that doesn't show up.
As you say, yeah.
Says he's going to be with us.
Oh, no, that's Freak Junior. I forget where I put him. That's why I can't find him.
And I'm riding on the cotton belt railroad line in the pitching, rolling rhythm and noise.
Jason usually doesn't join us till 11 o'clock when he goes on lunch break. So 11 o'clock Central Time. But I went ahead and got it out of the way.
Very good.
All right.
Cool.
So what Anthony said, 3 copyright strikes within 90 days and your channel is suspended. You can get all the copyright claims, which is what Steve gets. And all it does is share or deny any money. Yes, that's right. Yeah. And what this actually is for, it can't be, and it's restricted in some countries, is the other thing that the email states. So anyway. Sidekick John, Floyd likes your shirt.
Oh, thank you. I'll be right back. I'm going to go take care of something real quick. Be right back.
You can show your shirt. I guess not.
Yeah.
Store. I dream I'm a train. Hey, yeah, I like that too.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay, be back.
Right back.
Hello, Shortbread Express. Welcome. By the way, if any of you that I did not have a song for have a particular song that you think would be good, shoot me an email. My email address is in my info area. So you can shoot me that email and I will be happy to add you. So, well, I was going to ask John to go ahead and share his mail calls, but he decided he had to do something. Lynn, do you have anything you want to share with us today?
Yeah, sort of. First thing is I'm still working on the Duel project. Those that don't know what the Duel project is, there's an old Steven Spielberg movie, I think his first, where Dennis Weaver is driving up through the canyon from Los Angeles to the high desert, right where I'm at, in his little red Dodge, and a guy in a 55 Peterbilt decides to take him off the road. So I painted up a really shiny chrome and yellow 55 Peterbilt and tanker and started the weathering process on it. Started out with a dark brown, which is supposed to be primer, but it's shiny. And it ended up with a light brown, so it gives it kind of a sunburnt look, which is supposed to be shiny and is dull, but it worked. So that's my main project. And then not a mail call per se. I get visitors, even in the desert. And this guy came by the other day and he says, I brought some stuff for you. This is still in the shrink wrap, although it's getting kind of messed up. I will never use this. So if somebody out there is interested in a gravel unloader, yeah. From Lifelike.
Is that a Bachman or a Tyco?
Lifelike.
Lifelike. Okay.
Lifelike.
I got my fingers over that part of it. Kind of hard to show on that.
Uh-huh.
Even got a price sticker on here, $19. I would not pay $19 for it. But at the same time, he goes, how about a couple of cabooses? And
if they weren't Cascade green with that ugly BN on them.
I need to get the stickers off before it messes them up. $6 a piece. So free, I'll take. Pay?
Yes. If it's free, it's for me.
Oh, okay. But if somebody really wants that unloader, let me know and we'll make arrangements for you. Because I can't even see that as a giveaway. Well, maybe, but kind of odd. So what's John got going on now that he's back?
Yeah,
well, it's not all mail call, but it's going someplace in the Hobby Lobby. One of my favorite places to go find stuff I can use for my trains.
Keep going there because you're pumping money into the Oklahoma City economy every time you go.
Yeah. As some of you know, I've been working on interior walls of my roundhouse, and this is one of the end walls that I'll be putting on, but I'm using these photo stickers. Wrong camera. Photo stickers to stick them on the inside. I was telling the guys earlier that they don't always stick, so I'll probably have to use a little CA on them too. But I've got about half, maybe a third of them in already. I've still got this stack of in walls to put in. So hopefully it goes well. I do have some CA if that tends to not work. While I was there, I know I've got metal rulers someplace, but I have no idea where they're at right now. So I went ahead and bought every one of the metal rulers that Hobby Lobby had. And let's see, the Then there's the 24-inch one, and I even got the 36-inch one, which there's no way I can get that all on the screen. So that was a good little trip there. Also, while I was there, I was, I've always been wanting to try oil-based paints for weathering, and I've just never wanted to take the plunge. But while I was there, I found a nice little, here it is, nice little oil paint set, which has a bunch of colors in it, and it was only $10.99. So I said, okay, I'll try that. And I want to use it. I really like some of the techniques used for putting rust on cars using the oil paints. And along with that, of course, I had to get a bottle of mineral spirits, no smell, to clean my brushes and to use for it. So that was my trip to Hobby Lobby. And then last week I saw something on eBay, that dreaded place to go. That yeah, I got in trouble for this one, but I saw this and I just couldn't pass it up. It's another GP7 206, which I have like 206s, so I'm gonna have to renumber it. But this thing was brand new. It had never been run. I mean, there is zero wear on the axles and the wheels.
Atlas?
It is an Atlas, yes, and I've had very good luck with my Atlas GP7. So it's it's one of the newer ones. It's the classic, which they came out with 10 years ago or so to redo some of the earlier models that they had for fallen railroads. And we'll get working on that. And yes, it did come with the front and rear grab rails. I have had a few occasions where the seller says all parts are there and the grab rails were never added to the front and rear. And I get it, and there's no grab rails to the front and rear. And it ticks me off because, first place, it's hard to get them. Second place, they said they were all there. But these are in the box, and they will be installed after I do the renumbering, and I will put a Digitrax decoder in this one. Because I haven't done the switch over to the more expensive ones. I'm old and retired and don't have a lot of money, so I got to go with what I can afford. And with what I do, the sound quality is fine with them. And
the newer the 167 series are even better than the 166.
And that's what I've been getting. I've probably got 5 or 6 167s down in my DCC box that are ready for installation. I've got those. That reminds me. I've got those 4 FP7s that I'm going to be working on. And I did get the proper orange. Let's see, there's the CNEI orange from the True Color, and then I've got the CNEI early blue. So I've got them pretty well torn apart. I've got a couple I've got to make sure that I can.
Dwight's comment?
I see something, but I can't read it. It's too far away from me. you don't have any money because you got married yet. Well, yeah, that's true, Dwight. But she's worth it. Got a good woman. She's been a blessing to me. If y'all don't know, I take care of my first wife's father, and she's been just a tremendous help taking care of him. He just turned 94 last Saturday. So, and that's one reason why I won't be on next week, because I got to take him for a surgery in Nashville. So, yeah, it's curtailed my train stuff a little bit, but it's worth it. It's worth it. It's hard being alone. So, yeah. So anyway, I'll try to show you.
Besides, she likes to run the tractor.
Yes, she's been taking over my zero turn and my tractor from me. There's what the interior walls are going to look like.
Guys, if you should go full screen on this so you can see it, and looks really good if you go full screen.
And
keep in mind like on the end wall there, where the interior wall looks a little shabby on top. Don't worry about it, because that's where the roof panel goes.
Yes. Yep. So they're turning out pretty good. I've got quite a few done. My sticky tabs are not quite holding in all the areas, but it's working. I'm gonna try a little CA on those. For those who don't know, these are Cornerstone Roundhouse, the old style roundhouse, and whoops, they did not come with internal wall structures. So you see the frame of the window, you see your glass, which I did use acetate instead of or screen protector, whatever you want to call the stuff. Can't remember the exact name. But I use that instead of the real thick glass that they give with the kit. But still, you have that little bit of flange for that window. So thus, when I put the cardstock on, probably can't see it, in between the windows, I put some, let me get out here in the light.
Yeah, Ray, I think I'm gonna change John's song over to what you to your comment. If you haven't read, if you haven't read Ray's comment, you should.
Yeah.
But
anyway,
she's sexy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so it seems to be working. That the thickness of the cardstock is not quite the same thickness of the window frame and the acetate on the back of it, but it's close enough. Especially like Steve was saying, once I get the roof on, you won't even be able to tell, because it goes up to almost the roof, and you would have to get down and look up from the turntable, which you can't do, to see that. Now I do have
even with the camera car, you wouldn't see it. So.
Probably not, because one, it's going to be dark right up close to that edge, and two, I've got it cut pretty close.
And the cone of view wouldn't get that high in that short a distance. So.
Yeah, I do have an add-on office that I'll be putting on it, and I'll use basically the same technique on that. I'll copy the external walls and cut them out and place them on the inside. I'm planning on detailing the office pretty well, plus the roundhouse. I've already started collecting some of the stuff I'm going to be putting in the roundhouse from my mini prints, from some other items that I have gotten over the years, detail parts. I need to find some of the work platform ladders to put in there. I'll have workbenches all through the thing. Got some boxes, storage boxes I'll stick in there also that they got parts in. Um, so I'll detail it. I've spent enough money on the roundhouse. I might as well go ahead and detail the inside of it. And it's still going to be seen from, since my layout has basically a center peninsula. You're not going to be more than a couple feet away from either edge of it. So, here's the edge of my layout. So you'll be able to see in here, and it's got plenty of windows. I'm going to light it. I'm going to use Steve's technique of how he lit the interior of his roundhouse with the wire rods up in the rafters and attach the lights to them, which I'm making out of some of my Ozempic syringe tops that look like an old style green and white lamp shade. So I've got plenty of them to do it. Figure I'm going to have 63 lights in there running off 3 volts and make sure they're real dim. I don't want it, blazing bright in there. I just want enough light in there to be able to see things in it. So that's what I've been working on this week, besides a bunch of appointments. And I've also got work to do outside, and so 'tis the season.
'Tis the season. All right. Cool beans. Well, some people may be curious as to why in my cover slide I said Rapido to the rescue. So let's delve into that, shall we? Back in May, all right, my Rapido gallery cars, as most of you know. Well, hang on. Before I get into this story, I better let this guy join us.
Oh, no.
Good morning, Jason.
Good morning. How are y'all?
Who's here?
We're doing well. We don't have to work.
Somebody said that the top of your head was cut off last week in the
that was Roy Hardwick. What he said was this is all he could see was that.
Right. And you look like Kilroy. And for those that don't know the story around Kilroy, he was a arms inspector during World War II. So that everything he inspected, he put this caricature on with him with this figure like this with a line across. So you only saw his nose, and his nose, he apparently had a long nose. His nose would hang down, all right?
Yep.
And then he was like this and a bald head. So that's where Kilroy comes from. And Jason
Kilroy was here.
Oh, I've seen the Kilroy thing many times.
Speaking of Roy, he and I had a blast last weekend. I gave him hell on Friday live because he was going through town and didn't tell me in advance, and he had to get to unload to Tulsa. Well, he got up to Tulsa to unload and called me and he says, "Hey, if I get unloaded here in time, I'm going to run back to Oklahoma City because he's got a pickup here in town, and lay over. He'll have a 34-hour reset." I said, "Cool." So he did have enough hours. He did make it to the TA truck stop to start his 34-hour layover, and I went and picked him up. We came back and just fiddle-farted around Friday evening, and then Saturday we spent the whole day, doing ops and going down to the Oklahoma City Mile Railroad Museum and the club layout there, which is pretty cool. So anyway, we had a good time.
Did y'all go see the Rock Island Alco RS1?
No, that's over at the Railroad Museum. Okay,
Oh.
It's two different places.
Ah, gotcha.
The Model Railroad Museum is right on the BNSF main line. It goes north-south through town, and they got a rail fan camera there. So anybody that wants to can dial into that on the YouTube channel. Can go.
Oh yeah, virtual rail fan.
Yeah, virtual rail fan. And then there's a yard between there and the old train, the Santa Fe train station downtown, Amtrak now. So there's a nice yard in between, and then there's a bigger yard down on the southeast side of town. So next time Roy comes back, he wants to go see the airplane museum at Tinker Air Force Base and go down to the big yard. So anyway.
Oh, okay.
And we will do that. Anybody that comes to the in November, like you, Jason, will plan on after the train show or before the train show or whatever in November, we'll run over to the Mile Railroad Museum and we go do some rail fanning as well.
And
I'm not a big rail fan.
That's the weekend of the 14th, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So November 14th, anybody that is wanting to come by, come on up. It should be a good time. So it's a fairly good size train.
Or over or down.
Yeah, any of the above.
Yeah.
Or sideways.
Yes.
Well, speaking of train shows, not this weekend, but next weekend is the Central Arkansas train show.
Conway?
In Conway.
That's my daughter's birthday. When you and I talked before, I remember I was a little hesitant because something happens about that time of year. What the hell is it? One of my daughters.
Yeah.
Plus. It is also Farmageddon. Now, does anybody know what Farmageddon is besides me? Probably not.
Big tractor show?
Nope. It might as well be, though.
I would think like maybe tractor pulling, tractor tug of war, steam tractors.
Nope.
Don't know then.
Farmageddon normally occurs in November, but this year, blowing up old tractors. No, Greg, it's not blowing up old tractors.
Sounds like fun.
Normally happens in November, but this year it's happening next weekend. JD, you might consider it kind of a festival, or a festival maybe associated with it. It's not a car show. Definitely not a car show. It is, drum roll, it is the annual matchup between Iowa State University and Kansas State University.
Oh.
You hear about the Red River rivalry, which is Texas OU weekend, that kind of thing. Farmageddon is Iowa State, Kansas State. And the reason it's being played at the beginning of the year is because it's the very first college football game of the season, and it's being played in Ireland, of all places. So, anyway, just a little fun fact.
Okay.
Well, you should tell Donegal dad, Mark, to go watch the game in person.
Why, is he a Kansas State guy?
No, but he lives in Ireland.
Oh, okay. he might be there. And happy now? Yeah, I'm happy now. Oh, Farmageddon, I thought you said Carmageddon. Yeah. So festival would be normally would be tailgating. I don't know if they know how to tailgate in Ireland or not. So anyway, you got anything to share with us, Jason, before I get into my story?
I don't know if what I started doing, Lynn has seen it, but I don't know if what I started doing is a good idea or not. But I said years ago when I first started building my layout, I was going to do the whole top level, scenery, wiring, everything done first, right? Well, now that I had an ops session at Joe Musgrove's, who's on YouTube, by the way, at his house last Saturday, me and the guys went and had lunch. Well, guess who's going to be hosting next?
You are.
So I'm in the middle of trying to get my train room cleaned up and organized a little bit better than what it has been. And me having this guy's estate in the train room has pretty much crowded it up. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and start building the bench work. I'm not putting any track on it, but building the bench work for the bottom level for more storage space for the time being. And so that might cause problems when I get ready to try to wire lighting effects and things like that on the top level, having to reach in between two levels. So there's that. And then the other thing I got yesterday, so this is my mail call. My monitors, I had 2 monitors for my dispatcher's desk, right? Well, they both went out within 2 days time. And so I had to get a new monitor. So I ordered one and I got a 34-inch ultra wide curved monitor. So it's wide enough as 2 monitors, but it's a single monitor.
Cool.
So
That picture too.
Cool.
Oh, it's different. I've never used a curved monitor and it's different. But it's pretty badass.
All right.
Jason,
so that's my mail call.
I saw your comment that you used to have a gravel unloader. Do you want another one?
No, I sold mine off.
And I know
But
you
thank
don't
you,
want
though.
the 2 green Burlington Northern.
They're not exactly prototypical.
How about one of these?
What is that? A diamond?
Yeah.
I built my own.
12. It's like a 12 and a half.
You don't have to. Atlas, nickel silver.
Yeah, I'll pass.
HO.
Yeah, well, what is it? What code is it?
Probably 100.
Probably 100.
It doesn't say, but I'm guessing 100 also.
Yeah.
But,
open it up.
Originally sold for $15. Yeah.
Ooh,
this could be yours.
Yeah, I'll
I don't know what I'm going to do with it.
If it's code 100, I'd take it. It's code 83 now.
I don't even have a 12.5 degree diamond on my layout. All of mine are 30s.
Why the one diamond I have was supposed to be 12.5 degree, but they didn't have any, and I didn't want to wait, so I substituted. I forget what it was.
But see, if you would make your own like Jason does, you wouldn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Eventually, I'm going to make my own turnouts. Eventually. So.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. Now let's get back to my little story.
Yes.
Back to that.
So,
up there.
Back in May, I had my my commuter train that is on the Motorman. And I have 2 coaches and a cab coach. And I stepped away. It was running. And I stepped away for 10, 15 minutes. And I come back and it's derailed. And I put everything back on the track and it wouldn't stay on the track. I went, what the hell? So I pulled it off. And you may recall with the wheels looked like. They were melted.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And let me switch over to making me big. Okay. So they were melted. And I got a hold of Rapido, and I said, yeah, and told them what happened. And they said, well, they're under warranty, and we've had some issues with the trucks. So, you know, don't think that it was your track work. You know, it may have been the trucks. I said, okay. And, or wheels, they said. I said, okay. And they sent me, I said I needed 4. They sent me 6. And I replaced them on all 3, the ones that were bad, and I still have some extras. But I still couldn't get 2 of the cars to stay on the track. And what I found out was the pocket for the tip of the axle.
Mm-hmm.
The trucks had heated up, and that pocket deformed from the axles heating up due to the apparent derailment. So I had a couple of bad, even though I had some bad wheels, I had 2 trucks that were bad. And when I originally wrote the email to Rapido, I told them I needed 4 sets of wheels and maybe a couple of trucks. And I was able to bastardize and get one coach and the cab coach up and running. Haven't had any problems since on those 2. So I still have this one coach that I needed trucks for. Well, I kind of forgot about it. And until a couple of weeks ago, and I wrote Leslie at Rapido back and I said, hey, I thought I put in I needed a couple of trucks too. And she wrote back and she says, well, you weren't specific. You said you may. So I didn't send any. And I said, well, I do need two sets. I mean, 2 sets of trucks. So she agreed. And I said, well, what do I owe you? And she goes, nope, we're still under warranty. Don't worry about it. Cool. So finally, they arrived this week. And the problem was not enough postage. So I ended up having the mail lady came and she said, this is postage due. And I said, well, how much do I owe on it? She goes, $5.50. I'm going, whoa. Okay. And I got my card out. She goes, no, we don't take cards. Says, cash or check? Cash or check? Yeah. I can't remember the last time I wrote a check. All right. So I had to find my checkbook. That was challenge number 1. And then write the check. Anyway, so here it is. And hopefully she sent 2.
I've heard somebody's having a real issue with mail right now.
Well, it took a while. It took a couple weeks for these to arrive. All right. And I've got a DVD, of all things, coming from Germany that's been in customs for like 5 days already. So what caused the melt, Floyd? The short circuit. And I don't know why. Oh, I do know why. My motorman is not on my BM42, Power Management 42, unless it is on normal operation. When it's on motorman, the power is not routed through the PM42, and there's a reason behind that. It's kind of technical. I'm not going to get into it. So it just sat there, shorted out, and melted. Okay. And yes, I got 2 sets. Ooh, with trucks. I mean, with wheels. So I don't even have to change the wheels out.
Yeah, that's even better.
Yeah, so now you have spare wheels.
I do. Cool.
Yeah.
So now, all right, I can go to. Oh, I thought I changed that. I guess I didn't. But anyway, I can change this camera. Yeah. And set it up like that. Speaking of the mail lady. All right, and I can switch over here. All right. So these are real easy to replace, of course.
But while you're replacing that, I need to get in touch with Rapido on something as well.
And what would that be?
So I've got 3 of their Osgood Bradley passenger coaches that come with the lighting kits.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to use batteries.
Huh.
Oh.
And a magnetic wand. With the magnetic wand to turn them on and off. Yep.
I can use a magnetic wand to turn these on and off, but it's got power pickups, as you can see.
Well, mine don't.
So what do you need? So what do you need from Rapido?
To know what type of battery to use, because it's not in any of their documentation.
Oh.
What?
Huh.
It's like a round fat like cell battery, but I don't know exactly which one, and you have to be specific on those because it has to do with the voltage.
Yeah, is it like half the size of a AA?
I would say it's like the width for the the diameter of a AAA, but nowhere near the length of it.
Yeah, that's the type that used to be in regular cameras. I know what you're talking about. Can't remember what the numbers were, but yeah, you need to find out exactly what amperage those batteries are too.
Yeah,
voltage, yeah.
It has to do with volts and amps.
Right. Now, if you look at this thing, you may or may not be able to tell, but one wheel sits. This wheel here sits a lot lower than this wheel here because the metal on the inside. See the pockets there?
Sort of, kind of.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm looking on a cell phone, so it's even smaller for me.
That
me too. I'm on a cell phone too.
When it melted, if you may or may not be able to see the melting part. Nah, it won't focus in that close. You can see how it is, how one side is melted on it. So, in any way, I think this one. No, it's no good either. So I'll save the wheels and get rid of the trucks. Now.
So what did it do? Short circuit like close to the frog where one wheel was hitting both rails?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Or Heath's comments about the batteries.
It could have been where one side, because the wheels on both sides, it could have been the front truck's right-hand side when it derailed was touching the left side rail.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
While the rear was still touching the backside. So luckily, none of the bulbs or anything burned out in them. So Heath is here. Well, as long as Heath is here, you know, we ought to do this. Hey, Joe. The best skill. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. All right.
That was one of the ones that really cracked me up on your Christmas one where you kept putting, yep, that too.
On the Christmas video, it was spaced. You know, there'd be 3 or 4 in between each one of those. So.
Yeah, that was hilarious. I almost died laughing at that.
Every time it kept popping up. So anyway, let me throw this puppy up on the rails and we'll see what we make sure it runs correctly. And make sure it doesn't derail.
Suggested I send Heath another box. I could do that real easy. Of course, he's not into HO anymore, so I don't know what he would do with a big box of HO stuff.
It won't.
But it would make room for me in here.
Hang on.
Well, Lynn and Heath can confirm this. I think I still sent him the biggest box of all the boxes he's received from model railroaders.
You're talking
Because what I sent him was a pretty big box.
Size, not quantity.
Not as big as the boxes that you're going to have to send me.
No, it's what I sent Heath was like a train set, and the only box that I could find to put it in was like a garden bench was shipped in. So he thought he got a garden bench, but it was actually a train set. I mean, the shipping on it at the time, I mean, that was what, maybe 2021? The shipping on it at the time, I think, was like $75 because of the size.
Oh, dang it. I'm going to have to do some tuning. It's still, it may be the set screw underneath I got to deal with. But anyway. Yeah. I would, Heath, yeah, you should be working. Jason's at least on lunch break, and the rest of us, well, we did our time.
Yes.
And there we go. All right. So let's get back to this screen. And we are right at 1 hour. So, Heath, we're going to help you out. We're going to call it a day just so you can go back to work.
Yeah.
Hey, if there's a package coming from Heath to Jason, look for it around December.
My deal with Jason, I asked him, I said, since I'm buying so much from this estate sale, do I get any kind of a discount? And he said, I'll ship it for free. Well, since that point in time, we've added on to that order twice, and the box is going to be huge. It's going to be cheaper for him to hand deliver it than put it in the mail.
Especially once he pays for the next, 6 passenger cars?
5.
Oh, and you
Unless
didn't
he
see
came-
the other ones.
If they're freight cars, I don't need them.
No, passenger.
Oh shit! Are they BLI?
No, they're the IHC Concours, but they've got the Colorado and Southern and Fort Worth and Denver reporting marks.
Yeah, I don't need those. Don't need them. Don't need them. The only way I would need them is if there's a domed observation. All right.
Yeah.
So,
but I
hard to come
haven't
by.
came across that one yet. So
Concours makes one because I've got 2. But here nor there.
I see passenger cars.
All right.
Well, with that, IHC, Reba Rossi, they're all the same.
They're all the same. Actually, there is a difference between Concours and IHC. IHC and River Rossi are the same. There is a difference with the Concours, a slight difference, and that is the trucks. The coupler mechanism is different. It's much easier to convert a Concours to be a KD coupler.
Yeah.
Than it is an IHC, because you can put a KD coupler box on the end of the Concours, glued and or screwed on, whereas you cannot do that. You got to buy the conversion kit for the IHC
and Reba Rossi's. Yeah.
Domed observation was in fact prototypical on the California Zephyr. All right.
Yep, because I rode him one.
But I don't know if any other railroad other than the Burlington had those. Yeah,
Well,
JD.
And the one I rode in, which was at Branson Scenic Railway, they have one. It's called the Silver Terrace.
Yeah, but that's from the Burlington.
It doesn't have a rounded end. It's a flat end, but it's got windows beside each side of the doors.
Yeah, but it's a blunt end. There's no diaphragm on it.
Right.
Yeah, not all observations are the streamlined rear ends. But yeah, that was formerly a Burlington observation dome car.
Yep.
Anytime when you hear silver something, it's going to be a Burlington. All their cars were named. All their streamlined cars were named silver something. So.
Yep.
JD went through the same thing as I've gone through. And even the conversion kits from KD for these cars, it's not okay, take this and do that. You still have to make a modification to make the modification work. That's why they're, as JD says, a pain in the ass. So, anyway, with that, guys, hey, I want to thank everybody for joining us here at the Retirement Railroad. 2.0 Friday Live and Mail Call. And remember, y'all have a great day. Bye, everybody.
Bye all.
See y'all.
Bye.